In today's video, I'm going to go through my cold water chatterbait setup that I use this spring, but it equally works as well in the fall, anytime you're targeting shallow water. It's unique in the fact that the bait is adjustable and it works.
Got him right there. As soon as I slowed it down. Oh, that's a biggie. Oh, just choked it. There we go. Gorgeous fish. We'll get this one back in. Get another. Got him. Oh, not that big, but nice. Surf them in. So when we're looking at stuff like this, chatterbaiting, bladed jig, if you want to call them that, because there's so many on the market now, the one thing I like to do is really try to focus on my setup. And I've got a technique-specific chatterbait or bladed jig rod from IMX Pro. And really what you want to do is make sure that the weight of the bait you're throwing matches the ratings that are on a rod. A lot of times, a lot of the stuff you see on a rod, there's writing on it and people ignore it completely. This is a 7'4" rod. It's medium heavy in power, but it's rated from 12 to 20 pound test. You look at the ratings of the lure and it's 3/8 to 3/4 and I'm throwing a 1/2 ounce lure. So really matching all this stuff up makes casting more efficient, makes setting the hook more efficient, makes the balance better. It just makes a better combo and makes you pick up on those subtle bites. And that's what you want to be doing this time of year. Oh, got that one. Oh, you're fighting like a pike. Oh no, ooh, maybe not. No, no. Oh, nice largie. Not a bad fatty. Not a bad fatty at all. Eat the chatter. Beauty. Can't get him much thicker than that. It's kind of built like me. Gotta love that, man. Whew. Oh, got him. Oh, oh yeah. Oh yeah, that feels better. Decent fish. Oh. Another decent solid fish. Not a giant, but just goes to show a little bit of persistence, lots of casting, good targeted fan casting. They're all going to make a big difference. Normally under clear water circumstances, you're going to be able to make fan casts pretty wide and they're going to see this bait. It's going to be visual. They're going to hear it. But when the water gets dirty, you're going to have to really bring it into a congested, condensed strike zone. And making those repeated casts, and you see me casting around the boat, but smaller gaps between the casts, make sure you don't leave any fish. Got him. God, first cast with it. Oh, this might be a good one. Solid fish. Not a giant, but very solid. All day long. I will take them all day long. So you want to see what catching them sniffing is like? Hooked in the nostril on the outside. That is what a good setup does for you. Sensitivity. You feel the action. You know what your bait is doing every step of the way. When I crank this bait, in my head, I picture it doing what it does underwater. When it does something different, set the hook. One thing about these fish, they don't have hands. So what I'm using here, it's a Freedom chatterbait. So this is a Z-Man Freedom collaboration. And what's unique about this, this is one of two styles of chatterbaits that they actually made, that the guys at Freedom designed. This one is your standard what I like to consider shallow water chatterbait. The head design really allows it to lift quite a bit in the water, but what's unique about it is you can customize it because it's got swing head technology, but you can actually remove the hook, and I'll show you. Pop this hook right off of it. So you can put whatever hook you want on this bait. Now for me, when I'm fishing this time of year, I really like to rely on, sharper, smaller hooks. So what I do is I go to a VMC flipping hook, which is a perfect hook for largemouth. It's stout enough that I'm using 18-pound fluorocarbon. I can lean on the fish really hard if I have to, but it's super sharp and it's got the built-in keeper up top. So all I do is slip a skirt over the top of it, and I'll actually just walk you through it. So nice thing with this system is you can customize on the fly. Now the water's dirty here. You can adjust color rapidly simply by popping the hook off. Take your favorite skirt, just kind of poke it on top of the keeper there so that the eye is exposed. You grab the head of the bait like this one. And basically when you put it on, it's pretty simple. You just kind of follow the wire. Now the wire inside is actually a 300-pound stainless wire. So that allows you to customize your baits rapidly, change your hook size based on the fish you're fishing for or the cover you're fishing. I mean, it's a perfect system. And this head design really allows me to fish in that 2 to 3 foot using a slow retrieve, where if I was using the CFL chatterbait or a standard chatterbait, it would probably get too far down into the weeds. This is a perfect designed bait for this time of year for me.